Rockstar Gang, what up? What up? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Welcome to the Rockstar Report. As always, your host, Clay Rob. And yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. We are going to be diving into this blueprint. I've only watched like maybe the first 5 minutes of this thing, but you guys have probably already watched it before I have. Okay. You guys have probably already watched it before I have. So I have not. Okay. I have not watched it all the way through. I want to watch it all the way through. If you guys are cool with that, awesome. If you're not and you've already watched it, I get it. I get it. You've already watched it. I'm going to give you my takes on it as we go throughout this. Okay. So I'm going to give you my biggest takeaways. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys coming through. T Thompson, are we watching or just talking about it? Now, we're not going to just talk about it. We're going to watch it and talk about it. Okay. We're going to watch it and talk about it. If you guys are feeling generous, feel free to donate to the channel. Venmo is right there. Cash App's right there. Appreciate that. If you're also feeling generous and you want to join the community here of the Rockstar Report, it is right there. The link is it. It's less than $2 a month. So I appreciate y'all. Let's get to some of the people in the chat. Lomax, what's good? Hayden, my guy, what is good? Ken, I don't know how to pronounce this. KYN. Is it Ken or Kine? Carolina 23. Or neither one, and just say, Clay, you botched the shit out of it. Okay. You absolutely did not say it correctly. And you could just go ahead and ring me for it. Okay. So I get it, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Okay. Ken, Carolina. Okay, perfect. All right. So I did not botch the shit out of it. Okay. That's good news. That's good news. Okay. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you coming through, my guy. Let's see what else we got. See who else is in here. Let's see who else is in here. Smash that like button. Marcus Cash says, okay. Josh P says, keep pounding. What's up? I'm about to bust. Okay. T. Thompson's about to bust. He's about to bust. Oh, God. Bust all kinds of nuts. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Underground West? We got a high vibe in here saying 7 and 10. Interesting. Just comes in and just says 7 and 10. Hey, you have your right to your opinion, my guy. You think it's 7 and 10? That's cool. Josh, what's good, man? What is good? All right, let's get into this. I got to the part where Tech got off the plane landed. Okay, I haven't even gotten that far, I don't think. So let me pull it up here. Give me 1 second. Guys, we also have a live goal today. Super chat giveaway goal. If we reach $100 in super chat during this stream, I will do a prize of a NFL.com or a Fanatics gift card to for you guys to do. Okay? For you guys to do. We will do a basically we'll do a draw for it. We'll do like how I do my normal giveaways, of course. Spin the wheel. Last person on the wheel wins. All right. All right, before we get into this, let's make sure the mic is good. Y'all guys can hear as we go through this. Ken says 10 and 7. Just damn. We need a backup either way. I appreciate that. We need a backup as in what, my guy? We need a backup as in a quarterback. What we talk about here, Dom? All right, without further ado, cheers. Let's watch it.
T-Mac, it's good to meet you, brother. Where are you from?
I'm from Hawaii, but I grew up in Orange County, California.
What area?
Costa Mesa area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right
I'm from
now.
Carson, so
Okay. Nice. There you go.
we want to hear about your football story, you becoming you early on through high school and your development that way, all the way through Arizona.
Yeah, went to Servite, not knowing anything about modern day. Bryce Young whooped our ass on ESPN. I mean, you got Bryce, so Bryce a Cali kid too. Hopefully, instead of him whooping my ass, I'm gonna be on this team this time.
New place, new quarterback. What are some things that you guys did that you want to bring to the next level?
I would just say building a relationship with not only the quarterback, but the other receivers, see what their thought process is, see what the quarterback's thought process is, what he's thinking, see what he would rather have me do. At the end of the day, the quarterback's right, so it's my job to make him right.
Just so you know, I have a quarter chub right now.
Good? Yeah, good.
Here we go. We're back. A year out. Oh, I know.
If you could introduce your name and your title.
Brant Tillis, Executive Vice President of Football Operations.
Oh, Dan's going through the gauntlet.
I defeat 2025 NFL Scouting Combine right now, joined by Carolina Panthers General Manager Dan Morgan in the house. Dan,
Thanks
how
for
you
having
doing,
me.
man?
Doing great. Doing great.
Great to see you, man. Keep crushing.
The biggest challenge that we have, first and foremost, is to find our best and to find a way to win this division so we can set ourselves up for a run.
A lot of work is ahead for you this week, but I hope at very least you have some fun.
I think it's really the initial time that you really get to sit down for the first time with some of the guys that you watch throughout the fall.
Dan Morgan, the GM, in his first draft was aggressive.
You never want to just draft bodies. You always want to draft the best available players.
We can find out while we're at the combine what's going to be available at the draft.
Come on in.
What's up, boss? Jared Kirsten.
Dave Knauss, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
What's up? Dan Morgan, nice to meet you.
All right, man. Want to talk some football?
Do it.
When we bring these guys in the interview setting, it's finding out about their football story and how did they first come to love football.
A big thing for me was just a legacy. I kind of just wanted to finish what I started at Arizona.
And just get to know them a little better, not only as players, but as people.
It was just like a very great pivotal point for me to, be able to be a football player, go to school and not have to worry about those external things.
I was 9 once I started playing football. Really after then, it was like an independent journey for real.
Getting to know these guys more intimately as people.
I was born in Nigeria, but when we initially moved to America, I was still a baby at the time.
Because if you're going to miss on a guy, it's usually because you don't know the guy good enough.
Any little thing that I can do to beat my opponent in front of me for 4 quarters.
You feel good about the guy that you're bringing in as a player, but sometimes you miss on the person. So we try to be as thorough as possible there. How you guys doing?
Anything in the morning.
Just thank everybody involved in the draft process. A lot of good collaboration, communication between everybody. Excited to just continue building and adding competition to the roster.
Everyone is chasing the feeling of a win.
No, we're not. Hold on, chat. Trying to fix some things here. Wait, what? Wow, Clay. Wait, what? Just quarter chub? Just a quarter? Just messing.
Introduce our first round pick next Friday. Keep pounding drum and just kind of introduce them to the fans.
That suggests, Dan, that you're definitely going to pick in the first round.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
How comfortable would you be in a potential trade back scenario?
I don't really want to get into specifics on where I would trade back to, but I think all options would be on the table.
Welcome to the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Well, round one of the NFL Draft starts tonight, and fans all over the country are eager to see who their favorite teams will pick.
You know, I think anytime we go into the draft, you know, we want to draft the best player available. So what we did in free agency, it definitely set us up to take the best guy.
I think they need another young wide receiver in this room, maybe learning behind Thielen.
Trade down if you want to, maybe get a few picks and then pick a guy.
Jalen Walker from Georgia.
I go wide receiver and go all in with supporting Bryce Young.
There was this clear thought that we were going to pick a defensive player at 8.
This team needs to draft and build up their defense.
And then we had an idea of where players were going to be available. You know, kind of use that to our advantage.
People think like draft day, it's so stressful, but you know what? Like we put the work.
Hopefully the Rob Star report can get at some point maybe on the Carolina Panthers blueprint at some point. Hopefully one of these days. All right.
And we feel really confident about our evaluations and what we do. I think draft day is just like, it's a fun time. We enjoy being together and just kind of talking, and it's part of the fun. What do you think's going to happen?
7 players are going to get picked before we pick.
You do?
8.
Travis played.
Oh, that's right.
Brant's my right-hand man. We talk every day about 50 times a day, always strategizing, always bouncing ideas off each other.
What would you take to trade Cleveland?
He's always going to have that voice of reason. He's not afraid to share his opinion. So just to have him there and, you know, and not have a bunch of yes men in there, it's great to have him.
What kind of socks do you have on? These are donuts. This is the most thoughtful gift I've ever received in my life.
Why?
Because my daughter went to the Hanukkah bazaar at our synagogue.
Yeah.
And she was given whatever it was, $20 to get gifts for everyone. And so like she walked around and picked out a pair of donut socks because she knows that I like donuts. We go out for donuts together, and she knows I like to wear fun socks.
The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we are with the Titans now 30 seconds in. This should be Cam Ward from all intents and purposes.
So if you whenever you trade out of 8, you have to assume that that's whoever we want. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to decide what you're going to do.
No, that's what I'm saying.
To pass up our guy.
It has to be up, like above and beyond.
Yeah.
We're not just going to give it for everyone to come get our guy.
Right.
How you doing? My favorite part of the draft is just kind of seeing who's there and like if your predictions were, you know, as good as you thought they were going to be.
It's like a 2-point favor for us.
Okay.
On the NFL chart.
Okay. Yeah, let me check it out and then I'll okay back. I think they want our guy.
They do.
So it has to be more. No matter what person, you know, you think you're going to draft, you know, you always feel like somebody else is going to take them because you get paranoid.
The Cleveland Browns have traded the 2nd pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, there it is.
They traded 1, 2, and 4, and next year's 1 for 2, 4, and 6.
Then you got to figure the Browns are going to take a tackle. You know, nobody's has it stacked the same. So once we saw T-Mac there, obviously the excitement was there.
Because I heard they also like Mason Graham.
Good. Perfect. Either way.
With the 5th pick in the 2020.
So that tells me right there, I have a feeling that they never wanted Mason Graham. Just that alone, I just saw that. Just seeing that alone. By the way, guys, I want to point this out. This just proves to me right there, just right there alone, that they did not plan to go after Mason Graham or Walker, in my opinion. I mean, just looking at that right there. Their plan, they were doing what I have a feeling that Dan Morgan was doing, what he was supposed to be, what he was doing what the Texans did to us with the whole CJ Stroud thing. Overhype shit up. That's just me. That's just me. Because he was like, okay, Mason Graham, fine. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. So I'm wondering if that's what he was doing here with the whole Walker and Mason Graham thing. Just seeing that alone, just seeing this clip alone. I don't know. Let you sound off the comments. Let me know what y'all guys think. I mean, that's what I'm seeing from that. I don't know about you guys, but that's what the feeling I'm getting from this scene right here. They like Mason, but love T-Mac, it seems. Yeah. They wanted T-Mac and loved it. They knew that he would have been gone. Yeah. They knew the value of the pick, too. The whole Walker thing was a giant smokescreen. Absolutely. If we didn't have depth at linebacker and defensive tackle already, they probably would have taken Mason or Walker. That's true, too, Dom. That's true, too. For sure. It's like if and I agree with that because, again, if they wouldn't have gone out, gotten, Bobby Brown III, Wharton, Pat Jones, those guys, right? I think they would have done the same thing. If they wouldn't have done what they did in free agency, we might be looking at a total different draft. All right, let's dive back.
25 NFL Draft. The Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham.
We had some trade discussions going on at the time, but I was kind of hoping that the trade would fall through because I really wanted to take T-Mac. O-line or tight end at 7, so our guy's going to be on.
Let's just hold off and see if the Rams call.
Yeah.
I'm wired, and you guys can see it on the Blueprint video. Like, I want to trade up, I want to trade back. Like, I just want action. When Mason got picked, I knew we were going to have an opportunity to trade our pick. We had action.
It's kind of big for us. No pressure, though. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
So the Rams wanted to come up, and when you're coming up from that far, or you're moving that far back, the compensation becomes a lot trickier.
We're on the clock?
Yeah.
Do you know what you want to do?
Mm-hmm. I can tell you something. I do. No calls yet.
Oh, hang on. Just sitting here. What do you got?
Before we went on the clock, before the draft even started on Thursday, like we had it figured out, like, okay, it's going to take this for us to move back to 26.
So it's 8.
We're on the clock, and the Rams are asking, hey, do you guys want to do this trade?
All right, let me call you back. All right, fine.
What did they say on their side?
We had a little bit of trade stuff going on that we were kind of working through. They would have had to give us the moon for us to trade out of that spot.
It's still not the same deal we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was no different than free agency or even doing an extension. Like, I'm just following a script and a plan.
How does that compare with this one?
Yeah.
Would you do this right now?
Yeah. No.
You would?
Oh.
The one we offered?
Yeah.
Would you do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either they'll do it or we're just going to call it.
All right. We will do the thing that Dan had proposed. Okay, cool. All right, they're talking it over.
Like, I could feel my heart pounding. Eric leaned over to me and he was like, this is like a multi-million-dollar decision for us. I'm like, okay, great, thank you.
There's 2 minutes left. I remember looking up at the clock when he didn't get picked at 7 and he was there, like, it was like, boom.
We already knew what we were going to do. It was just a question of was it going to happen.
Hey. Okay. Cool. All right. Bye. They're out.
All right. T-Mac. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up, man? This is Dan Morgan with the Carolina Panthers, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Clap it up, man. Hey, Nalo, this is Coach Canales. Speaking of chemicals, let's go, man.
Hey, we bleed blue. Come on, Carson, let's do it.
Let's go. Hey, man, we're so excited, bro. I can't even tell you, man. This is awesome. You put in the work. You deserve this moment. So I'm fired up to work with you, brother.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity.
With the 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Tetairoa McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona.
All right, let's do Ted.
Elite ball skills, great body control, you see the backing out of anybody, anything.
Playmaker, the difference maker, just jumps off the tape. And then you get to meet the guy, and then you just fall in love with him there, too.
I absolutely love this one.
Phenomenal talent. Excellent pick. You want to help your quarterback? This is how you do it.
Let's score some touchdowns, Rob. What do you say?
Tetairoa McMillan, the wide receiver.
I knew they were going to take you.
That was supposed to be our pick.
He helps this team in a big way.
How you like that, Bryce?
Hey, Bryce, you're not getting a Christmas present now. You already got it, okay?
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, the Cali connection is going to be something different, I promise.
He's got everything you want in a receiver, the body control, the vertical, everything you need.
Super competitive and passionate about what he does. So, yeah, we found.
Want to push the details of this offense forward.
I heard you like big receivers.
Come on, Rob. Let's go, man.
Yeah, man, I just feel, just relief. Just finally knowing what team I get to play for. Man, I'm just blessed. I'm super grateful for this opportunity. But that facility, they gave me nothing but good energy, good vibes, cool peoples. Definitely some of that people that I can mesh with. So I'm just looking forward to coming to Charlotte tomorrow and seeing everybody. I feel like it was hitting me most last night when I saw everybody in my family wearing a hat. I was like, oh, damn. Like, we really got picked 8. I was like, we could really go into Carolina. That's crazy. Me being the first, not only Polynesian, but the first person to put the lay on the commissioner, it's honestly a blessing. I'm super glad that we did it, and hopefully, we start a trend.
As we live in a digital first world, so much of
Lee, I hate these ads.
How you doing? Sweetheart, welcome to the
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're so happy to have you. We're so happy.
It's been surreal getting that phone call, walking up on stage, putting the hat on, to, flying in this morning to Charlotte. I'm super grateful, super blessed just to be in the position I am, man, and I'm so thankful. I'm looking forward to catching the ball from Bryce, having one-on-one battles in practice with JC Horn. This is home, man, and shoot, I'm ready to get after it.
Hey, yo, shout out to Lomax, man, coming through with that member for 4 months now. Appreciate you continue showing your support, man. He comes through and says, I like how they put Panthers podcast on game. Yeah, we got to get the Rob Star on game on there. So, hey, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you continue coming through, showing your support and all that. So thank you for staying a member. All right. Appreciate you, Lomax. All right. Shout out to Clay. What's up, broski? What's up, broski? I want to pause there for a second because I will say this. And I said it earlier in my short about the whole like Nalo trade thing. I'll say, or for the whole T-Mac thing, like I'll say the same thing like I said in my short. Okay. They could have pulled off a major trade with the Rams, right? Like the Rams wanted T-Mac too. But but I mean, Dan Morgan wasn't going to give him up easily, which is, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to give up these, if it was Scott Fitter, he would have given that thing up way too easy. Right. And so for me, like they asked for a haul, and I guarantee you they were asking for a haul. Like if you better overpay if you want him type of haul. Right. Like I guarantee you Dan Morgan was like on the phone, like, oh, you want McMillan? Okay, cool. Now give us all your picks. Something like that. So, but the Rams said, no, we got our guy. And you got a potential star wide receiver 1. So that's the way I look at it. What's
up, bro? Oh, appreciate you, man.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Coach?
Welcome home, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Welcome home. Got some for you, too. A little Carson style.
Oh, all right.
How you doing?
Here we go. Yeah.
Welcome to the fam, bro.
Man, it's a blessing. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. That's the one. That's hard, boy. Yee. Y'all see this? It look right. Don't it look right? It's, ooh. Oh, this hard, boy. Oh, yeah, that's the one, y'all. Got that faux on. Ooh. And I got my bro next to me.
I got my bro
next to me. What up, my boy? How you doing?
What's good, bro?
You good?
Bro, so happy. Man.
Appreciate it, bro.
So happy.
Appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
Man.
Appreciate it, bro. Hey, how I look better than you when you when you came here the next time?
No, I'm playing, bro. You look fine.
How you doing though?
Oh, good, man.
You over here training and stuff?
Yeah, we just started. This was phase 1.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah, no, bro. I'm ready to get to it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy.
Bro, I'm excited, man.
I'm ready to get to it.
Bro, it's gonna be.
We gotta do something this year.
Bro,
we gotta light it up.
It's a lot of good people. Good dudes.
I also want to say this. Our guy is mostly PR bullshit anyways. I like how we pretended like picking like I felt like the Panthers were almost pretending. Like they were pretending something, like I said earlier. So, but I think T-Mac's going to end up being a home run. I think they ran through the process like they said thoroughly. Maybe could you say it that at 8 they picked the best player available at 8? Maybe so. I mean, you could say that. I mean, you can admit it sometimes. Instead of taking somebody else. And another thing is I felt like they didn't draft the obvious pick. I think a lot of people wanted T-Mac, and that's who they wanted. I think but I could also see that on the other side you had everybody who wanted a defensive player because we know we were a team that needed defensive players badly. I think going for the receiver for me personally, I thought it was a bold move. Smart, time will tell because, again, I do like T-Mac. It's just that I think at the way the board fell, this was the smartest move. Right? I think that they had to I kind of feel like they might have had to maneuver from their plan a little bit. But again, the trade talks were everywhere. Lots of calls, some flirtation, probably not really no blockbuster deals. Obviously, Morgan was pushing hard for a trade back, got told no, and probably breathed a sigh of relief. Was like, all right, let's get T-Mac. And he showed confidence with that, and I'm cool with that. Sometimes it is better just to hold your damn pick. I mean, as we go through this, let's see. I want to see what their process is more like as we go through this, though.
Yeah. Charlotte's a good city. I'm excited for you to get to be around it.
I keep telling them, man, that Cali to Cali connection gonna be different.
Facts.
Boy, man. Good to see you. So I'll be out here soon, ready to get active. What up, bro? Come on, man. That's for you.
How you doing?
How you
Good
doing?
to have you, bro.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Looking clean, man.
I appreciate it.
How you feeling about everything?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Y'all ready for the second round today?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Get some more ballers.
Yeah, I was about to say I need some teammates, man.
Yep.
I need some more teammates.
Yeah, we'll get you, man.
I like that.
When your kid is hurting and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, God. Let's just skip that.
We've got receivers, we've got edge rushers, we've got tight ends. There's a few running backs you're going to hear early on tonight. There are starters out there and plenty of them. So I love this portion of the draft, and in this draft particularly, this is where teams can really make some noise.
All right. See how these guys.
Hayden coming in with that $4.99 donation. We do have a live goal tonight of $100. So if we can reach that, whether it's through Super Chats or whether it's through Venmo or Cash App, we are going to do a Fanatics or NFL gift card giveaway. All right. What was your favorite pick of the draft? For me, it's probably, I think it's going to end up being Nick Skorton. I think Nick Skorton was my favorite pick because you got him at such good value in the second round. I mean, he's a guy who's projected to go first. I think also I'm going to like Princely. I think Nick Skorton's going to be the better of the two. My sleepers, I love the Jimmy Horn pick. I love the T-Mac pick. Don't get me wrong. I just really like the Nick Skorton pick just because I watched this tape at Purdue. This guy's is a double-digit sack guy in the making when you watch his tape, especially when he gets to that size that he was at Purdue, not with the size that he was at Texas A&M. When he's at that 250, 260 range, he's a menace. So they need to keep him at that 250, 260 range. I think Princely will feed off of that, and I think he will get better. I just think Nick Skorton's the better of the two. So my favorite pick, shout out to you, Hayden, I'm gonna go with Nick Skorton. I think Mitch Evans, the tight end out of Notre Dame, is going to be a sleeper. I think Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to be an absolute speedster, explosiveness that we absolutely need on this team. T-Mac brings a whole different level and option. It's kind of pick your poison now. Now you have T-Mac. He's going to be a red zone threat, 50-50 ball guy. He's going to open up the middle of the field for Bryce. But my favorite pick for Nick, I think Nick Skorton's going to have a major impact on this defense in his rookie year. I really do. I think he's gonna have a major impact. And by the way, if y'all don't see in the background there, I wish I could zoom in on that. That is definitely a Zimbabwe pack right there, a little Zimbabwe. Someone is absolutely throwing in some upper deckies in that draft room, and I don't blame him. I would throw a couple upper deckies in that one as well. Was that Frank Ragnow? I don't know. But shout out to Hayden with that $4.99 donation. I appreciate that, man.
Another one.
Let's get another one. Nick Scorton was my favorite pick. Love that pick. Me too. I liked your ETN Evans pick. Yeah, ETN's an interesting one. I'm interested to see how he develops and how this roster is going to break down with him. Especially now with Jonathan Brooks out so for the season. So I'm interested to see how that goes, but we'll see. Doug, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through, Dougie. All right, let's get back into it, fellas. Or ladies and gentlemen, if there's ladies in
Off the board and go from there.
I think day 2, the initial feel is, hey, we got to get some pass rushers. We knew that there was the potential for us to double dip as well.
I'm going to say that Princely is going to be there in the third. I'm calling it. I'm not going to risk it, but I'm calling it. Yeah. I think it'll work itself out organically, but we'll see.
All right. Here's the deal.
This trade is fairly painless trade. So yeah, it's good.
Dave Tepper is an unbelievable resource to have in the draft room. He is a trader by nature.
What if the guy in the third round, Princely, was still there, and we got 2 edge rushers? That'd be cool.
To have him next to you, he's really there as a good sounding board, somebody that's really smart in his field of work, and somebody that you can really bounce ideas off of from a business perspective.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing in the third.
Sitting there with Mr. Tepper, Brand, and Coach Canales, like us 4 in a row, we enjoy being together and just kind of talking and working out scenarios, and it's part of the fun.
All right, we got a trade. Here. The Las Vegas Raiders have traded the 37th pick to the Miami Dolphins.
Excited that we drafted a good player at 8. I did feel that we had to do more for our defense.
So far, so good. So what are the odds right now?
I saw that.
One of those.
I hope it does drive
to make it to our pick.
One of those 3 edge rushers.
Your boy you're talking about?
Yeah.
About 50-50.
I'd take that. 50.
Eric Eager, Vice President of Football Analytics. He and Benny and Mike do really good work for us.
He does a great job, formulating all these mock drafts and probabilities on who's going to be there.
We're not making decisions based on the numbers that those guys are giving us. What we are doing is we're just understanding risk.
Hey, what are the odds that one of those 2 guys gets to 85?
Put in all 4 of those guys and see what 85 is. All the defensive players on the board.
There's only 1 draft. So now we're just trying to make a risk assessment off of that. We're not saying like, oh, okay, well, we didn't get him, but next.
Yeah, I saw Doug's post on Twitter. Shout out to Doug for getting posted on there. Kind of jealous a little bit. Not gonna lie, but shout out to Doug getting on there, man. Well deserved.
Next time we will. No, we won't. If Nick Scorton goes before we're able to draft.
With the 44th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Donovan Ezeraku, defensive end, Boston College.
So there's the first edge rusher. So now if the dominoes fall to like these edge guys start.
I think if you feel a couple edge guys kind of coming off the board, which there was, we decided to trade up and go get our guy.
There's like this quote that I've heard it from Bill Pulley. I don't know who else has said it. I'm sure a lot of people said it, but it's let the board speak to you.
What's good, Earl?
Drift receiver.
Appreciate you coming through, brother.
And there are times where you don't need to trade up, and you saw us take advantage of those opportunities in the later rounds where we just kind of let the players come to us. But when you have opportunities to get pass rushers that affect the game like Nick and like Princely, you can only sit on your hands for so long.
EJ looks good. I just want to check EJ one more time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first thing that jumps off the tape is how hard he plays. He's got the play style that you want. every play he's running to the ball, he's giving a maximum effort.
He just said he can score. And I know they like him. I know he's got a little bit more twitch in his body. So
yeah.
You talk about the word passion. You know, it's a guy that you can see the passion just kind of jumping out on the tape.
He's one of my favorite. Yep. So scoring in all positives, kid character-wise, been through a lot of adversity growing up, but you would never know it. You get the same message at both schools about this kid. He's all ball. You're going to love how he's wired. He's ultra competitive. So this guy would be a really good addition to our team and our locker room.
He is going to be competitive. Like, some guys are trying to beat you. He wants to hurt the guy across from him. That's the way he wants to play.
You kind of get a little squeamish in your seat because you're like, man, I really want this guy. So yeah, when he kept falling a little bit, we were like, hey, let's go get our guy. Now we're starting to.
Yeah, now it's what we got to think about.
Let's get our guy. Should we do it?
I would take him, to me, maybe day one, he's behind Pat Jones. I think he's got the ability to become a starter for us.
Only scored. I like the way he's trending. I felt the most just edge juice out of him. The athlete, the bend, the corner turn.
When JT and Ezeraku were selected, it did create some urgency to trade up for Nick. And so that's when we knew, all right, we got to work our way up here and find the right trade that works for us so that we can maintain our 2025 draft.
Hey, what's up?
would you guys be interested in moving back?
He's on the phone. He's on the phone with you right now.
I sent John a text with a trade offer. I was curious if you guys were interested in it.
Really, I'd rather not do the straight up pick, 114, you know? Especially we got 2 edge rushers left on the board.
Let me call you right back.
All right. You see Dan's play style come out during the draft.
So you're saying 114? I'll circle back with you once we kind of see if our guys there or not.
You know, I think it's just a feel.
He's reading his keys and he sees the hole and he takes it. And he's very clear on what he wants.
I think they will. He's going to call me back. Hey, we're out unless it's our deal.
So, I mean, from watching this right now, I mean, like, not only was the T-Mac trade offers that obviously were carefully weighed, but obviously these other moves were they weren't desperate moves, right? But they were carefully weighed. That's the thing here. Like, they rejected deals that didn't offer significant value, and they showed discipline. Like, the front office like this functions like a tight, you can tell, like a professional team with clear roles, good internal checks. Like, obviously Morgan and Tillis keep each other accountable, right? They balance urgency and caution here. They focused on both immediate needs and sustainable growth, and that you can see that how they're talking, not only with their staff, but with even with the analytics guys. And I'm glad that they're just not going based off of numbers. They're going based off of actual what the tape shows and stuff like that. You know, the thing is that I'm noticing, though, from this draft, obviously the aggressiveness, but they drafted for today. They didn't, and for tomorrow, not just one or the other, right? So, again, you can see it in the video. Kendall, like how they actually show scouts some love, and you have Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, Prince on your roster seal as your DC. Starting a new Jesus. Person.
Here, do you want me to call Denver? We've got a good trade out to Denver too.
Yeah, call Denver.
You're on the clock. Okay. Cool. All right, we're good. All right, cool. Thanks, Rich. Bye.
Yeah.
Is that done?
Yeah, it's done.
Let's go.
Our fans are going to be excited.
They look really
What do you weigh right now?
I'm at 270. Yes, sir. I've always been able to. 270. Sophomore year, I got a new strength coach, man. He got me big. Like, I had big legs, but I wasn't fielding up top there, man. And he, worked me out. I was moving around well, and they had no problem with it.
I got no problem when you can run like that.
Certainly, I appreciate it.
He's a guy that we felt really good about. We actually had a first-round grade on him.
Really, it's about price.
I
What is it
had a
going to cost us
first-round
to
grade
get
on
up?
this fourth one.
And again,
You had-
understanding like what are we giving up
I had
on our board to move up?
I didn't have him at.
For Princely, the price was right where we got him.
I don't think I had Scorton at a top. I had him in the first round, but I don't think I had him till mid first round. I don't think I had him till mid first round. But still, I still had a first round grade on him. Princely, I had him a second round, not early, probably mid to late second round.
Walking away with. You still have your 2-4s tonight. You still have your 2-4s. You have 2-5s.
Trading up to get Princely, kind of the same thing with Nick. We felt like it was a prime opportunity for us to trade up, get two of the best that we felt were two of the best edge guys in the class.
If you want Princely, we got to.
Yeah, we
do
got
need to
to.
jump to.
Let's just go. Let's get him. Brandon Bean.
Up for an adventure?
Always.
He said.
I think T. Thompson, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I had scored in like 17 or 18. Like I'm dead ass. I'd have to go back and look at my. All my draft stuff.
Where that?
If y'all want to come up, it would be for 114. What did St. Fran say to you?
They want more.
So you talk to Kansas City again, Brent? They want to keep their pick?
They're picking. With their 3 threes.
It feels like we should just stay patient. Where's Elliot? What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Is your guy still available as far as you know?
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I think we would consider moving here.
Okay.
I'll call you when we're on the clock.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Thanks.
Hey, what are the odds that one of those two guys gets to 85? 41%. I'd be trading him.
Let's do it. I don't think I got that mock draft scenario one time. Like, I didn't think it was possible that we could get T-Mac, Scorton, and Princely, 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
We good?
77 for 85 and 146.
Correct.
Okay.
We'll call it in. The speed that he brings off the edge, his ability to bend, he's got a wicked spin move. He can do a lot of cool things.
He was sticking out on the board like a sore thumb, and so we just went up and got him as well.
With the 77th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Princely McMillan.
McMillan. I think another thing with this too, and I just want to say this, is that like, again, the group think they pushed them forward towards a defensive linebacker. Here's the thing with these guys, man, and I notice is what I'm trying to get at is they trust their own evaluations over external pressure. Like they execute, and we watch, and obviously when we go through this, and we know how the draft went, they executed multiple trades to move around the draft to get needed players, particularly defense after the first pick. Now, right? And data analytics played a real role, and I think in this decision making. Great, because they got the guy from PFF in there, who was the guy that gave him 41%. I can't remember his name, but scouting, intuition, obviously that remains vital, but there's no simple formula when you're in that room. They just have a blend of tools, So I like it though. I love what I see so far from this front office. I mean, it actually seems to have some continuity, has a process, has a plan. Like they're doing it the right way.
Why y'all take so long, man? Yeah, there you go. Hey, I'm gonna pass you off to our owner, Mr. Tepper.
Hey, Princely, how you doing?
I'm gonna have to break y'all pockets in like 3-4 years. We didn't want to miss that opportunity, and we went up and got him, and thank God we did.
I'm loving that Dan Morgan is cooking, and look at what we got. So this draft, oh my gosh.
I am liking what Dan Morgan and Dave Canales are building here in Carolina. Shout out to Dan Morgan, Dave Canales. The Panthers cook. Send him.
Okay, Dan Morgan, I see what you did.
Dan Morgan has been cooking so far. He has been locked, loaded, and focused on this draft.
Dan Morgan, I appreciate everything you're doing for the Carolinas. I see the
Look at Doug.
easy A+, my favorite class in the entire league.
Hey, I'm cooking here. Stop doubting this man.
Nick Scorton and Princely were they were going in the first round. That's how good a talent they are. Dane Morgan absolutely cooked today.
I try not to look at a lot of that. I have people send me stuff, but don't give me the credit. Like, I don't want the attention. I just want to do the work and go have fun and win football games.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Personal growth, baby.
Great.
All right. You guys ready to go home? It's a good night. It's good. Really good night.
Woke up on day 3 and I texted Dan and Dave and I asked them, like, who are the players who we would take over Trevor Etienne? And there weren't many.
How many of those teams need running backs?
He's going to be a good returner. He's going to be a good returner and a solid back. We like him. And he may be there.
I don't want to force it either.
One of those safeties will be there 122.
Okay.
Let's just see this. If they're both on the board,
yeah.
When we're picking, let's just roll the dice.
Good.
Go with the numbers. Hopefully there are guys there.
You want to go best player. And the great thing about the analytical tools that we have is we were able to understand there are pockets of the draft where there are going to be good players at different positions available. So how do we best navigate the whole draft?
Oh, for sure, man.
How many teams
114
in between 114 and 122 need a safety?
What if both safeties at 122 together?
But Ransom's about a coin flip.
I was like 95% that one of them is there.
I love Ransom. I'll take either or. We had our eyes on a couple safeties that we like, but when you're looking at your board and, you know, a guy's kind of standing out like Trevor was, you know, you have to follow your board. It's just draft the best players. That's what we said.
That's what you should do. Yeah.
That's just my feeling.
Cool. I'm with it.
All right, let's start with the running backs.
We got to figure out where.
Another thing with this is too, I noticed, guys, is like the conviction in a pick isn't for these guys isn't just a gut feeling. It's months of scrutiny and testing. They understand even the best plans often only hit half the time, right? The biggest thing is that I noticed too is that again, I want to repeat this because it's important that they rejected a lot of temptation to trade future picks for quick gains. They're maintaining a long-term sustainable build approach the way that they are going about this. And again, it's good internal alignment with this team, right? They got a clear mandate from ownership, make decision, making smoother and more disciplined, right? But the bottom line is so far what I've seen is like this front office is ran, it's disciplined, it's data-informed draft strategy. They focus on balancing present and future needs. They avoid the hype, the reckless trades. Something I just feel like we have not seen. And Brant Tillis, I'm going to tell you right now, is him and Dan Morgan are perfect for each other. Like, I mean that in the most non-gay way or, you know, whatever possible. Okay. No, you know, I mean that in a way of, you know, coworkers, right? Like, I mean it in a way of like, there's stuff that I've noticed in this video that even though Tillis is more of a analytics, money, financial guy. He might not be the best scout in the world. I don't know. I mean, he obviously seems to know about the talent, but like, how much does he know more than Dan Morgan is the question for me. But he definitely, in the draft room, how he seems to know how this board was falling multiple times is so surprising to me. Like, I have a different perception now of Brant Tillis. They are watching. They are. Organization seems much better than when Fit was here, for sure. Yeah. But what I'm saying is just that there's continuity. Everybody's on the right page. Again, their draft strategy is very focused. It's very balanced. And again, they're going for the now and also for the future, right? This team, they're just a team, and they work together. They work well together. It doesn't seem like it's an absolute dysfunction. You know, it doesn't seem all over the place. But I have a different perception of Brant Tillis now. Like, he knows his shit. I think he actually like knows ball a little bit too. He's not just a finance data guy. Like, he knows the game. He knows the players. And hell, he obviously can scout some. I mean, he seems to know a little bit about talent. I don't know if he knows more about Dan Morgan, but he definitely can figure out a draft board pretty damn well. So I have a different perspective of Tillis now. A total different perspective.
ETN's going to go.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Because he'd be a freaking great pick.
Through football, I learned so much, and like it's done so much for my family, and that's really like a big reason why I love the game. Running the ball came natural. You know, I watched my brother do it. We watched a lot of like Leonard Fournette, those guys growing up.
The pick that the Cowboys would have had here, but instead went to Carolina, and it's Trevor Etienne, the running back out of Georgia. Good feel, good vision. He's elusive in space. And obviously his brother plays for Jacksonville. And yes, Carolina and Jacksonville do play each other in 2025.
We're lucky that we got the running back because it's going on the run now. You know, we got Trevor Etienne, and then we got Lathan Ransom, two guys that we were really high on.
Let me tell you why we have Spectrum. I'm on a video chat. Melissa's live streaming with her audience. The kids are on their phone streaming while gaming. What screen are you paying attention to?
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $30.
You know what's cool about Lathan?
Yeah.
National champ. National champ.
Oh, Coach did, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're excited to get you up here, man. Get to work.
I'm ready to get to work.
All right, man.
In our eyes, you know, it couldn't have went too much better than what it did. Going through all the scenarios and guys that we thought we were going to be able to get as opposed to who we got, I think we were all like ecstatic.
I felt like things were going well, yeah.
We got a lot of names on the board. We got 3 picks left. How are we going to pick 3 guys from this list of players?
Easy.
He plays, you know, he's a lot of things.
And he can play 4-eye, he can play 5.
With the 140th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Cam Jackson.
Man, that looks a whole lot better.
What's that?
Depth chart. Cool. It's a big dude. Our front's pretty big. We were able to get, you know, Mitchell Evans there in the 5th round, Cam Jackson there in the 5th round, guys that we thought a lot higher of than where we actually drafted them.
All right, how many people with you over there?
Oh gosh, 20, 30?
You excited?
Oh my God, you don't even know. I'm pumped. Brother, get the most out of me every single freaking day, so I'm ready.
Good job, brother.
All right, one more.
How cool is that?
One more. What do you think about Horn? Jimmy Horn. I mean, he fits like the DNA that we're looking for. He's tough.
He's a returner, too.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Little Miami personality on the team. I'd rather call Jimmy Horn on the phone. I know that kid's going to be fired up. He's going to give you everything when he comes here.
and he's fast. That's who I'm convicted on. That's who I'm convicted on. This be awesome.
What's up?
What's up, man? This is Dan Morgan with the Carolina Panthers.
When you see the totality of a draft, you see all of the organization coming together to bring players onto our team.
Hey, we're going to take you here at pick 208, all right?
Hey, yeah, guess Lord, what's done? I'm ready.
Let's go, man.
That starts with the scouts who are doing it in August when we're at training camp, and they're doing it in November when we're in Germany. They're always working to find players that will make our roster better.
How'd it go, bud? You nervous?
Notes? Oh, are you Jimmy Horn's guy?
I am.
Just
Talk
do
slower.
this. Think of what you would normally do and do the exact opposite. Do not be yourself.
Breathe and talk slower than you think.
Third year in Carolina, third draft. It's just each year's, special in its own way. And I was just, super excited for this year just to be a part of it.
Our scouts make this whole process go. They're the ones who are on the road for 150 nights a year.
So many hours away from their families, so many hours in hotel rooms, and
Driving 3 to 4 hours a day to understand who these players are and how they'll fit on our roster.
a really good scouting group, a group that I'm really proud of, and we couldn't do it without them.
Our scouts crushed it.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah.
Successful.
I'm ready to go practice. Hey, thanks, Dave. It's fun.
I'm excited about the players who we drafted. It's fun to talk about all this stuff, but at the end of the day, it's on the players.
Every year we have this opportunity to go in there and to challenge our roster. We got guys that fit our culture and the play style that we're looking for.
All right, though, man. Feels good to be here, man. I'm ready to go.
With our draft class this year, you feel really good, the initial feeling, but then the players got to go out there. They got to make the plays. They got to do their part. We all got to put the work in. If we're not going to put the work in, the results aren't going to come.
The grind starts now. It's only the beginning, and shoot, I'm ready to get after it. Hold on, but how you doing?
The work's never done. We're never one player away or two players away. We're never satisfied. We're never going to be satisfied. At the end of the day, we'll see where the chips fall, and I think if we do put the work in, I think those chips will fall in a good way.
Yeah. Like I said, man, like I was going through this, breaking it down with you guys, man. It's it's interesting. It's a very interesting seeing these. Like I look forward to it. I'm sure they're gonna have more blueprints coming out, obviously, but again, the biggest thing I take away from this is that the biggest things I took away with this is that they took T-Mac. I'm cool with that. They showed trust in their process. Cool with it. Okay? Even though we all wanted and felt that we, at least for me, I felt like defense. But at the time, they felt like they could have gotten Swartzen. You could get Princely. They took T-Mac. Graham was going to the Browns. They knew where he was going. I'm cool with that. All right. They didn't pretend. They were confident in their pick, and they didn't question the pick. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing I'll say this is that watching this, this draft, and I felt like the Panthers draft success wasn't about a flashy pick, but they just are. Dan Morgan and Brant Hills are very disciplined in this process. They had data to back themselves up. That they had a well-communicated process. They knew what they were doing. They had a plan. They went through this process. They had this balance, immediate needs for future growth instead of, and they resisted all the hype and pressure. And even when it came down to, okay, where's going where? Like, how's the board falling? Is this guy going to be there? What's the chance of that? Mock draft after mock draft, all this good stuff. And, they resisted a lot of temptation. I mean, this front office is the most strong I've seen in a while. Like this is a strong front office. And they're all aligned. They share the vision, very well balanced, long-term decision making. Like, I get it. No, and another thing is this, like, no guaranteed draft picks. There's no guaranteed draft picks work out. I want to make that clear. Like, guys, like, we cannot sit here and say every draft pick's going to work out. But hitting on 50% of those draft pick is good. But the process matters more than the luck. Like, consistent, smart steps build a stable foundation. I think a lot of times, too, the reason why I think Morgan and Tillis are also very good working together, because Morgan wants to act fast. You can see that watching this, but Brant Tillis kind of puts him in check and kind of keeps him in caution to ensure that these smart moves happen. That's what I notice. Morgan wants to act fast, get these guys, get these guys. But Tillis is that guy that's like, hold on. Let's proceed with caution here. Let's think about this before we just jump. That's what I like about Brant Tillis too. And and another thing is, I noticed they combined the scouting with the data-driven probabilities too. So they had analytics to support their decisions, but also they took in the scouting intuition into it as well. And I thought the smartest thing is like how they actively use trades to move up, get targeted players. They had several smart moves to secure the key pass rushers we got and Scorton and McMillan, but then also Lathan Ransom. So, again, those are my biggest takeaways from this. I thought I learned a lot from watching this, Brant Tillis and all that, and Dan Morgan. Very tedious, very disciplined. I just like how, like, Tillis was like, hey, like, dude, with Dan Morgan. Like, again, my perspective of Brant Tillis is totally different. I think I honestly think it's Dan Morgan and Brant Tillis together who's running that front office. Got to get the Robstar report on the next blueprint, #Carolina. I hope so. I would love that. If Carolina Panthers are watching now, would love to get a clip on there of the Robstar report. I'm sure there's a clip out there they can use for sure. Lomax, what's good? Another $5 donation. Appreciate that. I'm glad a lot of Panther podcasts got some credit in this video. That was really cool. Yeah, I am too. Shout out to everybody that got some credit. Shout out to all those guys. Shout out to you, Lomax, for another $5 donation. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you coming through with that.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, so shout out to everybody that got put into the blueprint, man. Jealous, but also but I'm not one of those guys who's been like, it should have been me. But hopefully one of these days. So, but man, I mean, that's that was one hell of a blueprint for sure. That was one hell of a blueprint for sure. Definitely better than last year's. Well, I wouldn't say definitely better, but I felt like just because of the draft that we had this year, definitely was awesome. They did a great job on this one once again. So, guys, again, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on new content. I think we also got OTAs picking back up tomorrow, or was it today? I think we got more OTAs coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So they had some today, and we'll have some tomorrow and the 5th. So I will definitely be breaking down the OTAs for the rest of the week. We definitely got some OTAs today. So definitely gonna have to break some of that down for you. I'm also gonna get some shorts out to you here shortly. So make sure you guys tune into those. Other than that, guys, again, make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click the post notifications bell so you don't miss any new content. Also, become a member today. If you're feeling generous, of course, you can donate to the channel, whether it's through Venmo or Cash App. Greatly appreciate it. Don't have to. Again, become a member of the Robstar Report. It's less than $2 a month. And then, of course, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. I'm trying to grow all of my social so we can bring more people to the Robstar Report and the Robstar community. Again, all my links are in the description of this live stream. You can also join the Discord for free if you need the Discord link. I have it for you right here. So if you guys want to join the Discord, I'll go ahead and put that right in the chat right now. Feel free to come in there and join the Robstar community. Okay. That right there, that link, you can come in, hop in. We got people constantly posting in there. So always talking and stuff. So feel free to join any of the chats that we got up. I got so many chats in there. So make sure you guys check that out. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And y'all know what to do. Y'all have a good evening and keep pounding. I'm out. Peace.